Hi, I'm John from Vance Hines, and today we're excited to tell you about the latest generation of FP4. This new FP4 is designed specifically for the earlier model Harley-Davidson CAN bus motorcycles. This new FP4 fits Harley-Davidson Touring 2014 through 20, Harley-Davidson Softail 2011 through 20, Harley-Davidson Dynas 2012 through 17, Harley-Davidson Sportsters 2014 through 2022, and Harley-Davidson Streets 2015 through 2020. The new FP4 is smaller, so it's easier to install, even on the 2012 through 2017 Dynas. And the new FP4 has been completely redesigned to be faster to install, faster to get you on the road so you can enjoy your motorcycle. As you upgrade your Harley-Davidson with new air intakes and new exhaust system, you need FP4 to tune for those performance enhancements. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Connect, tune, ride.
Hey everyone, this is Brian from Vance Hines, and welcome to another FP4 Friday. Good to see everybody again. We're here to announce the new fitment for the Vance Hines FP4. New part number is 66045, which covers the 2014 to 20 touring models, 2014 to 22 Sportsters, 11 to 17 Softails, 12 to 17 Dynas, and 15 to 20 Streets. So earlier on, we launched the FP4, the 66043, for the new CAN bus connector for the 21 and 22 Softails and touring models. And so today we have the brand new FP4, again, part number 66045. And we'll go ahead and open this up. This is brand new, just pulled from production. We'll show you guys what we're looking at here. So basically all the same features that we have for the FP4 are now going to be available for these earlier models. So we have new connector, same as the old FP3, which is now in a smaller, lighter kit. So you can see the size difference between these two. It's pretty drastic, a little bit shorter, and quite a lot narrower as well. So that means you can put the FP4 in more places. It's easier to install. We also lengthened the cable by 1 inch, so you can take a look at that. Overall, it makes it a really nice package for installing the new FP4 on your motorcycles. So we're going to go ahead and open it up like we used to, everybody. If you have any live Q&A type questions, go ahead and throw them out. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So I'm sure everybody's got a few questions about this new exciting product launch. FP3s are still available for the time being. So if you want, you can still order an FP3 from one of our distributor partners or retailers. But once those FP3s are gone, they will all be replaced with the new FP4s. So do keep that in mind. Let me just see what we've got. A few people tuning in from India. Thank you for tuning. Let's see what we're rolling here. And again, if you guys have any questions, just throw them out. Again, big product launch. The team and I have been working on this one for some time, and really nice to be able to bring this to you guys today. On top of the new SKU, the 66045. Moab Dreamin', I got you, buddy. Moab Dreamin' 1 on Instagram says, will this work for the new 22 Lowrider ST? So the earlier one with the red connector, the 66043 FP4, I actually just had a local gentleman named Dave loan me his Lowrider S just this week. I spent about 10 to 12 hours doing dyno tuning mapping on that bike this week, and ST and S Lowrider maps are now live on the servers for FP4 for the 66043 fitment. So Moab Dreamin', we do have tunes available for your bike. I dynoed them, built them all this week with my team. We got them uploaded to the server yesterday. They went live about midday yesterday. So yes, Lowrider S and ST maps are now available for the FP4. Brian Hammond asks, what's the difference between the FP3 and FP4? So from a hardware standpoint, quite a lot. It is a smaller form factor, better processor. It uses a Bluetooth low energy chip as opposed to a Bluetooth chip. By using a BLE or Bluetooth low energy chip, we're able to remove the Apple chip for the iOS. So instead of having to go through the settings menu and connect through Bluetooth there on the Apple iPhones, you can now just connect through the app like you used to. It's a bit more robust, it's a faster connection, it's a stronger connection, it works over a larger distance. So live data is that much better connected. On top of that, we've added a few new features to the FP4 app, and those will be coming in the near future. So we've got a performance data mode that's going to be coming in the future. Right now, after the launch of the FP4 app, we're really working hard on getting that iOS to the same level that the Android app was at, and we're almost there. So we have, you can basically, on an iOS, you can download, you can flash a bike, you can look at live data, you can view your menus, and you can read and clear trouble codes. Auto tune we're still working on for the iOS. I've done a bunch of testing in the dyno this week, and as soon as we finish up here, I've got another bike that's loaded in the dyno ready to do some more testing there. Auto tune is live on Android, and we actually are tweaking that to make it a bit faster and a little bit better. But it is coming shortly here for the iOS models. Breezy Does It says, is the FP4 compatible with the 15 Road Glide Special? Yep, so that would be the new FP4 with the earlier CAN connector. So this one is available for 2015 Road Glide Special, 2014 through 20 Touring. And then for this one, you're looking at 2021 to 2022 Touring. CVOs included now, by the way. So two different products. Same app, same similar hardware outside of the connector, different firmware levels, few other odds and ends. But moving from an FP3 to an FP4 will feel in the app like a bit of an upgrade. It's faster, it's easier to connect. And again, we have those future features coming out to really entice people to upgrade. We go ahead and check Instagram, see if we've got anybody rolling in here. CalVD asks a really important question. When will we get the FP4 in the United Kingdom? So right now we're still working on the HDI fitments. We have flashed a couple bikes with the HDI fitments. Basically everything was off by a few bytes. So if you look at the calibration IDs between the US domestic or Harley-Davidson International HDI bike, you're looking at a couple of bytes shifted in one direction. So we have the ability to tune them. The problem we don't have is we don't have the ability to turn off the code because HDI bikes are now Euro 5 compliant, which means you have an oxygen sensor both before and after the catalytic converter. So at this moment, we're trying to figure out how to work with the new ECU to turn off a trouble code that'll happen if you press it on the HDI bike. I do know of some distributors in countries around the globe who've already been selling the FP4. And I believe they can technically flash a BEP, but the issue is that it's not fully compatible. We haven't done all the testing on it, so it's kind of sketchy for my take. I would wait for it to be fully fleshed out. And then you'll always have the issue right now for the trouble code, so we're working on getting rid of that. Ah, there it is, the real Dave Newman. He's here. Said the bike runs badass, buddy. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad. Thank you again. On behalf of us here at Vance Hines, and I'm sure the community as a whole, thank you for letting us borrow your 117-inch Lowrider S to do a bunch of mapping on. And I'm stoked you got those new parts on it, and it's riding awesome. JD0_711 also on Instagram says, anything exciting for 48? So this new unit, this FP4, this 66045 version of the FP4 for the CAN Legacy models, is available for all Sportster models 2014 to 2022. So definitely have a new exciting product for a 48. And then to go back onto this guy, the 043, we are working on, once we kind of get some auto-tune stuff and everything polished off, we're going to start diving into updating maps, creating new maps for new fitments, for new products. So that's when you're looking at, your Pan Americas, your Sportster S's, your Nightsters, stuff like that. Looking for slip-ons for a 10 Thunderbird 1600. I'm not recalling if we made slip-ons for that one. You can go ahead and contact your local Triumph dealer. They're the sole retailers for all of Vance & Hines Triumph performance products. Breezy Does It says, will the FP4 pick up the settings I've made with FP3, or will I have to start from scratch? So there's a couple ways you can look at it. In the app itself, as far as the view edit maps menus and everything that is saved, when we save it to an FP3, it gets saved to the physical hardware. None of it's on your app. So when you upgrade from the FP3 to the FP4, it's a new app, it's new hardware. None of those are going to roll over. So you'll have to reconfigure all of that stuff. What you can do, however, is upload the maps to the server, and then we can send stuff back through the server on our end that way through our rider support team. Rider support team is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Pacific Standard Time on the phones, live chat, And you can leave an email 24 hours a day. Just know that 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, is when those guys are going to be answering those emails. Someone says, no question. Just want to say I installed a set of 3-inch twin slash on my 20 lowrider, and they sound awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Glad you are happy with those. Are you guys making a bracket for the bags once you take the stock exhaust off? So yeah, in Dave's bike, in that situation, I installed a high output stainless 2-to-1, or high output 2-to-1 stainless, I'm sorry. And it comes with a separate support bracket for saddlebags. So if you were to buy, say, a lowrider ST, depending on which exhaust you purchase, it'll either come with a bracket designed for it, or you can contact our rider support team and purchase an additional saddlebag support bracket. It's essentially a smaller plate that goes behind the mounting to the frame on the Softail models. And from there, it reuses the OEM grommet. You put a bolt in through the backside, and then it will fit over for a saddlebag. So we've offered that for 18 and later Softails. We've had that for a while, predominantly for people who own like a Heritage Softail or Sport Glide, or who are running aftermarket OEM style bags. So it should work for the ST. We haven't had an ST in hands to test it, but if it's running the same style of bracket, I can't imagine a reason as to why it wouldn't fit. Random question, why is everyone having fitment issues? 22 Grom exhaust from y'all. I don't know. If you want, you can shoot me an email at fppro@vancehines.com. Let me know what's going on. I can talk to the rider support team. We can go ahead and then open up an investigation with quality control here at the manufacturing facility. And Yannette can go ahead and dig in, but this is the first I'm hearing of it, so hopefully it's not that big a deal. Joel Ferdizzi says, I'm talking quickly. Yeah, I do that. I'm sorry. Too much coffee this morning. Stopped and got a rather sizable cold brew like I normally do. So yeah, apologize for that one. I will tone it down a little bit. But yeah, big exciting stuff coming, guys. I'm really stoked for this new performance data. Need to do a bit more tuning and testing on it. Most of it was done during the pandemic. So we need to sort of dust the cobwebs off and make sure everything's still working, and we can put that out here pretty shortly. Janeth asks, do we manufacture grenades for HD Lowrider 2022? And are they legal in India? I don't know about India and what constitutes legality there. But right now, the only grenades that we still offer and manufacture are the mini grenades for Sportsters in black. So while we did have some that would fit a lowrider, 18 to 21 mini grenades, chrome and black, those were discontinued due to lower sales compared to short shot staggered, harder to manufacture, and just the margins weren't very good. So the only ones that are left now are black Sportster. David's Harley Davidson says, when will we have FP4 compatibility with Euro 5 Harley Davidson models? So technically right now you can flash it. I don't recommend it. You'll always have a trouble code, and there's the potential for something to go wrong. So for right now, I would hold off. We are working on it. It is something that's been talked to our sales and support staff since the launch of the Euro 5 compatible bikes. So that'd be what, 2021. So we're currently trying to figure out a way for the FP4 to not only map those bikes, but to do it in a way that we're comfortable and happy with. That's sort of the operative issue at the moment. Lone Star says, not for the 2020 Lowrider S. So Lone Star, this will fit the 2020 Lowrider S, the FP4 with a new connector. 66045 is our part number. And you're good there. Lee Beardsmore says, anything for the new Sportster S? Lee, not at this time. We're still working on that one. Working on getting maps done. We're working on some pipes. Not at the moment. Just please stay tuned. We'll get you there. Michael Veritas on Facebook says he's got a 20 Road Glide FP3 447114 and Diamondback SNS race. Sell me on upgrading to the FP4. So here's the deal, guys. If you have something like an aftermarket camshaft or a big bore kit, the FP4 does not support that stuff yet. So if you are doing cams, if you are doing big bore kits, motor work, increased compression ratios, stuff of that nature, I would still recommend sticking with the FP3 for the time being, because again, we haven't had the time to get that compatible with the FP4. So right now, FP4 is stage 1 only. Camshafts will be coming in the future, but it's going to be an entirely new project. So I've sort of outlined what we're going to be looking at for camshafts. It's going to be quite a long project because you basically are going to be buying some of the top camshafts from many manufacturers across the country and putting them into our bikes and dynoing them for each of our exhausts. So sort of like I did with Dave's bike this week with the Lowrider S. And I installed a couple of various systems on there to create all the maps that we have available now for the FP4. We pretty much have to do the same thing with camshafts. So if I were to say put in a like Screaming Eagle torque cam into a bike, I would have to put it into a 107 air-cooled, 107 twin-cooled, 114 air-cooled, 114 twin-cooled, preferably if I can get a hold of it, a 117 air-cooled and a 117 twin-cooled, both in Softail and touring variants. And that's the issue, right? I've got to do it in Softails, I've got to do touring, I've got to do different displacements, air-cooled, twin-cooled, and all of the exhausts that go along with it. So it is a massive, massive dyno tuning project. So I don't know when camshafts will be supported on the FP4, but it is something that everybody here wants to get done. It's just a matter of when we can get in the dyno and get that stuff rolling. Zach Hoff says he's got the Vance Hines mini grenades. Mufflers look good. One of them doesn't quite fit over an exhaust pipe. Oh, I'm sorry about that. What can I do to get a muffler properly fit? Document, take photos, contact our rider support team, email them at help@vanceandhines.com. And from there, we can go ahead and work with you on getting a replacement muffler if we have them available. If it is like a Sportster mini grenades black, we'll have some, hopefully. If not, they'll be manufactured shortly and we can get you one. If it's anything outside of that, we may have to work on getting you into a different exhaust system. All right, let me keep scrolling through Instagram here. Michael says, appreciate the honesty. Yeah, dude, you got it. I'm always going to be upfront and open and honest with you guys. One of the many things I learned as a service technician and a service manager for years and years and years at the dealership is I watched the people who weren't 100% forthright struggle desperately when that stuff catches up with them. So for me, honesty is always the best policy. I'll tell it to you straight. If we support grams, cool. If we don't, we don't. Unfortunately, we're just not there yet. Let's see what we got. Lone Star says stainless 2-to-1 high output on my FXLRS is amazing. Awesome, dude. Glad you're stoked with it. Fred and Tony Well says, did the FP4 work with the 21 M8? Yes. So the FP4 with the red connector, again, part number 66043, is compatible with a 2021 or 2022 Softail or Touring Milwaukee 8. Tons of maps available for both systems, whether it's Softail or Touring. Supports 107, 114, 117. CVOs are in there as well, and there's a ton of great maps available. So yes, the FP4 is compatible with a 21 Milwaukee 8 bike. James Kapari says, are you killing the Pro Pipe and what will replace it? Yes, so the Pro Pipe has already been discontinued, and we will be replacing it with a new Pro Pipe. Stay tuned for an announcement on that in the coming months. I'm not sure when. It's still going through the testing phase in engineering right now, but do know that a new Pro Pipe is coming down the pipeline. Don't have a time frame on that yet, but that is why we don't have a Pro Pipe at the moment, is because the other one got discontinued. We're working on a new one. NBader79 says, FP4 Fitment for Pan America yet? No, we do own a Pan America. We have created exhaust for the Pan America. We have looked at the calibration for a Pan America. We haven't gone into dynoing and making tunes for the Pan America quite yet. Again, after we get auto tune sorted for the iOS and everything, then you should be able to get that rolling. Again, that's a project I want to work on for sure. It is Pan America is a great bike. I'd love to have tunes for it. So the Pan America, I will need to get a Sportster S. Hopefully somebody local can borrow us. I believe we do have a gentleman who's willing to do that. And then, of course, the new Nightster that just came out. We'll need to grab a hold of one of those guys. So in due time, we will have it. I just don't know when that's going to be. Emily Yo says, I need pipes to California. Short shots, how do I do it? Message me. So right now, we do not create any carb-friendly exhausts, particularly in short shots staggered. So unfortunately, it's not something we can sell or ship or do anything with in California. All right, let me scroll through here. Moab Dreamin says, best place to order new FP4, wherever you normally buy motorcycle products, whether that's your local dealership, local independent shop or retailer, maybe an online retailer that you've done business with in the past. Pretty much anywhere you can think of to buy motorcycle parts, you should be able to order an FP4. Let's keep rolling here. Hello from Brazil. Thanks for joining. So you have V&H FP3 for my 2018. I did receive a tune from you guys for my pipe and cams. Would I recommend auto tune on top of that? It depends on how the bike is running. Typically, if the bike has been modified by us, we send a map to it, and we flashed it, and it's running well, you don't necessarily need to run an auto tune. You can do like 2 to 3 auto tune sessions. Keep them short and sweet, 20, maybe 30 minutes. See how much of the tables you fill up, and then use the preview button to look at the VE delta tables, the difference between where the map started and where the map finished. And from there, if it's all green, you're cool, don't worry about it. If there's some dark reds, dark blues, maybe run another session or two until you end up with like a mostly green map. And from there, you'll be good. Canadian Freedom's channel says, how come you killed the big radiuses for Softails? I believe they're still available. I could be wrong on that. Email me at fppro@vancehines.com. Let me know which model Softail, and I'll see what I can dig up and find out for you. Let's see. Chad 7547 says he's got an 05 Heritage. New York State just changed inspection regulations. Do we have a 50-state compliant system for that model? Chad, at the moment, we do not have a CARB approved system for a 2005 Heritage. I do apologize. We'll be making exhaust with the extra hole for Euro 5 bikes. I'm not sure that is up to sales and market. Well, not sales and marketing, but we have to look at the manufacturing process. We've got to look at the need for how many Euro 5s are going to go out the door. We want to see if we can do it with software to eliminate the need for an additional one, but we'll have to kind of go from there. Let's see. Thank you. Thanks for doing this. You guys got it. I've caught up. Cool. So at this point, if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and throw them out there. Again, we're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So if you guys have any questions, throw them our way. Again, the big news today is the launch of the 66045 part-numbered FP3 Legacy CAN bus model. So now this FP4 will support 2014 to 2020 touring, 2011 to 17 Softail, 12 to 17 Dyna, 14 to 22 Sportster, and 15 to 20 Street. And then our original FP4, the 66043, is good for all 21 and 22 Softail and touring models. Part number Moab Dreamin, again, for the gray connector is 66045, and the red connector is 66043, 21 and 22s only. And this guy's essentially 2014 to 20, depending on model. It could be as early as 11 or 12. Mohammed says he's trying to program FP4 ECM upload is successful, but the map flashing can't process. Mohammed, shoot me an email at fppro@vancehines.com. Get me the last 6 of your VIN. I can take a look at it on the server, and we can see what's going on. Now, if it is something where we don't have HDI map compatibility, then that might potentially be the issue. Again, we don't support HDI motorcycles quite yet. We are working on it. So if you're outside of the U.S. domestic market, we're sort of hand-tied for a bit. HD Dryernet says no FP4 for the 2019 plus Softail. I'm holding it in my hands right now. It is brand new today. So this covers, 11 to 20 Softail. I got so sucked up into the old frame where it was like 86 to 2017 before the 2018s came out. My bad. Misremembering. So 14 to 20 touring, 11 to 20 Softail, 14 to 22 Sportster, 12 to 17 Dyna, and 15 to 20 Street. Harder Court, thank you, buddy. My coffee's kicked out, I guess. It's time for more. All right, so to confirm, part number 66043 for the 22 Lowrider S. Yes, that is confirmed. That is the part number you need for a Lowrider S. Maps just went live yesterday, mid-afternoon, California time. So that looks to be it. Thank you all for joining me on another FP4 Friday. Again, really big news, new part number, more FP4s for everybody, and more maps for lowrider S and ST owners. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks.